Welcome to a new episode of Ain't Got Time to Read, the place where I read a story, give you a breakdown of the plot, and simply save you time. Now, before we continue, here is your spoiler alert. If you have not read the story I'm about to discuss and you do plan to read it, then you may want to avoid this video or watch it at a later date. So that being said, let's dig into the plot of today's story. The story starts with the Punisher taking out an ambulance that is carrying illegal drugs. Once questioning the two criminals, he kills them. Meanwhile, Spider-Man takes out a room full of criminals that are also involved in the drug trade. At the Vault maximum security prison, the guards find that Eddie Brock, also known as Venom, has hung himself from his cell and the alien symbiote is nowhere in sight. Spider-Man follows a lead and arrives at a dock and finds that the Punisher is also looking into the same criminals. They work together and take out the criminals. Spider-Man attempts to incapacitate the men, but the Punisher goes in all guns blazing. They can't question anybody and they find a keycard before the Punisher blows the ship. When Microchip analyses the keycard, Spider-Man and the Punisher are shocked to find that the United States government are the ones smuggling in all of the cocaine. The Black Cat breaks into Peter and Mary Jane's apartment and threatens Mary Jane, claiming that she still loves Peter and that he made a mistake marrying Mary Jane. She leaves, and when Peter returns she tells him what happened. As two surgeons are about to start the autopsy on Eddie Brock, they find that he is still alive and the symbiote made it appear that Eddie had no life signs. Taking the form of Venom, he attacks them and escapes. The next day, while out for a lunch with friends, Mary Jane is approached by a woman who at first appears to be a fan, but the woman slaps Mary Jane based on her portrayal of the character that she plays in the television soap. Mary Jane isn't too concerned with the incident, and as the delusional woman leaves in a huff, she is deliberately run down and killed by somebody in a car. Spider-Man and the Punisher infiltrate the military school where the drugs are being stored. The Punisher uses non-lethal rounds this time, as he does not want to kill US soldiers, and they make sure not to injure any of the children there. They question the administrator, who tells them that the cocaine is there in case the stock markets crash and gold loses its value. Spider-Man and the Punisher enter the room where the cocaine is stored and are attacked by mechanoids. They manage to defeat them, plant explosives, and then get all of the kids out of the building before blowing the stockpile of cocaine. As Mary Jane is about to enter her apartment, she is approached by an NYPD detective who tells her that Jonathan Caesar had been let out on parole earlier that day. Mary Jane is shocked to hear this, as Jonathan Caesar had been obsessed with her and had her kidnapped and locked away in a room while threatening to kill her husband Peter. Sometime later, while attending a charity event, Spider-Man is attacked by the villains Sticks and Stone. They were hired by Jonathan Caesar when he kidnapped Mary Jane, so Spider-Man knows that this is his doing. Spider-Man beats them and they escape. After seeing Eddie Brock on the news and recognising him as one of Peter's friends, Aunt May is shocked to find Eddie Brock at her door. Meanwhile, Mary Jane visits Jonathan Caesar and tells him to leave Spider-Man alone and that he will never have her before storming out. Peter is surprised to get a call from Aunt May telling him that Eddie Brock had visited her, asking for Peter. She told Eddie that he was in Central Park on assignment, so that he goes to an open place where the police can catch him. When Spider-Man arrives, he is attacked by a policeman and a horse, quickly realising it's actually Venom. As his spider sense doesn't work against Venom, he finds it difficult to beat Venom. Venom webs the Spider-Man up to a tree, and during their fight a baby falls into the river and Spider-Man is unable to break free in time. Surprisingly, Venom saves the baby and hands her back over to the family. As he hears sirens, Venom decides to postpone their fight and leaves. Spider-Man breaks free of Venom's webbing and is unable to follow him as he saves the family from an exploding vehicle. Sticks and Stone follow Venom into the sewers and plan on killing Spider-Man for Jonathan Caesar if Venom has a rematch and fails to kill him. Peter pays Aunt May a visit to keep an eye on her after Eddie Brock's visit and is unaware that Venom is watching him. When Aunt May goes into the kitchen, Venom reveals himself and tells Peter that he would never harm Aunt May. He gives Peter the location of his current home in the sewers and tells Peter to be there in 24 hours for a rematch. When Spider-Man arrives the next day, Sticks and Stone watch him enter the sewer and follow him. When Spider-Man finds Venom, he talks to Spider-Man casually at first, but Spider-Man quickly realises that he has run tendrils of the symbiote across the ground to attack him. Venom lunges at Spider-Man, and as they fight, Sticks and Stone enter Venom's hideout and attack them. Stone's sonic gun makes the fight difficult for Venom due to his weakness to sonics. Spider-Man focuses on fighting Sticks and avoiding his death touch, while Venom starts to win against Stone. But while Venom is fighting Stone, Sticks comes up behind him and touches him. His death touch kills the alien symbiote, and Spider-Man knocks out Stone and webs up Sticks, and later they are all shoved into a police van where Eddie Brock will be taken to Rikers. With no alien symbiote anymore, there is no need for him to be held in the vault. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you with the next video.